Yes, indeed, Joe Bolster there. Ladies and gentlemen, we approach near the end of the show now, and I just have to make a couple of points very clear. I've often spoken about useless things in life. I've gone from the toilets on top, the carpets on top of toilets on top of carpets often happens. The plumber gets a little messed up then. Improvised out of that pretty well. And I've talked about normoteps. I've talked about many useless things. The most useless thing in my life at the moment is my fridge. My fridge has no idea or identity whatsoever, and could you turn off the auto cue, please? I do not use it. My fridge has no identity. It has no use whatsoever. I pay 24 hours electricity every day so that when I open my fridge door, it will light up my face. There is never any food in my fridge. I buy plenty of food. I always seem to be buying food. I open the fridge, no food. I think my fridge is eating my food. It eats my food and then wets itself. My fridge hates me. In the middle of the night, it thinks, I've eaten his food, think I'll piss on his floor. Never any food in my fridge, and you can never buy food when you want it. Never mind the Sunday trading bill. I want the shops open when I need them, in the middle of the night, because it is after a few pints of lager. That's when you will eat anything, and there's nothing in the house. It must be something to eat. I'm completely pissed. There must be something to eat. It always ends up the same. Cornflakes. With water. But it's slightly preferable to squeezing a tube of neat tomato puree down your neck. You will eat anything when you're drunk. I mean, why do you think all the fast food fried chicken places stay open all night? I mean, let's face it, in the daytime you're walking past, ringing bells, going unclean, unclean. 7 pints of lager, you get out the pub and think, I could just do with a bit of rammy old gristle wrapped up in crap and deep fried. They give you a lemon clean-up square. A little lemon clean-up square. You ought to eat that. It's the tastiest thing in a box, believe me. I mean, a lemon clean-up square, it's scarcely adequate, is it, after you've thrown up on a carpet? They should give you a bucket. Maybe that's what the party buckets are for, eh? You throw up in a bucket. Very convenient. Sometimes there's a queue at a Kentucky late at night and they might be a bit hard and they might be about to beat you up, so you get all paranoid, you better go home and have some cornflakes with water. But now, there's no cornflakes left and you will eat anything because you are drunk, anything, and suddenly that casserole dish that you put into soak 6 months ago looks absolutely beautiful. So you get a knife and go, I'll just chip all the crispy bits off. I'll just chip the crispy bits. Oh, look at them lovely crispy bits. You're so pissed you don't realise you've done this every night for a month. You're through to the enamel, you know. What would this enamel look like with a bit of tube of tomato puree on top of it? You will do anything, eat anything when you are drunk. Your whole gastronomic expectation changes. Got any young parents in the audience tonight? We've got little kids who won't eat their food. Get them pissed. Little Jimmy, 5 years old, couple of vodkas, flip me, those Brussels sprouts look nice. I mean, all right, you've got to put up with him lying face down in a bathroom in a puddle of vomit singing Maybe It's Because I'm a Londoner, but he's eating his greens. Ladies and gentlemen, I say that my fridge is empty. It is not. I lied to you, ladies and gentlemen. My fridge is not empty. There are things in it, but they've been there so long I don't notice them anymore. They're like sitting tenants. They've got landlord's rights. They can stay as long as they like. Maybe when they tighten up the property laws, I can get them out, but at the moment they're safe. There are levels of degradation in my fridge. In the top of the fridge lives the ice monster, whose sole job it is in life to grow bigger and attach cans of my lager to his body. So I'll break my wrist when I try and get him out of the fridge. Give me back my lager, ice monster. No, piss off, I'm keeping it. He has a terrible secret. The ice monster knows I have left him too long. I should have defrosted him years ago. He knows you can't kill me. You can't defrost me because I'll flood the kitchen. He is too big to kill. Underneath the ice monster in my fridge lives the teacup. The teacup full of brown chickeny stuff. Now why is there a teacup in my kitchen, in my fridge, full of brown chickeny stuff? I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's because 3 years ago, when I cooked the last meal I ever cooked, it was chicken, and in a moment of insane and irrational optimism, with no hope of success, I thought, I'll collect them chickeny bits in a teacup. They'll make soup tomorrow. I put them in the fridge, and they are still there. 3 years later. But they'd grown teeth and had children. And they scuttle about the fridge chatting to the ice monster about how much they hate me. Deeper still in the degradation that is the lowest pit of my fridge lies the drawer into which you must never look. Never look inside that drawer, or the evils of the world are contained therein. It is like Pandora's box. It is Friday the 13th, part 12. Oh, wow, what an innocent-looking drawer. Ah! Wow, and the contents of that drawer, so horrifying. I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because 3 years ago, in another moment of insane and irrational optimism with no hope of success, whilst passing a greengrocer, you thought, I know, I'll buy a brown paper bag full of vegetables, I'll eat healthy for a while. I'm going to be healthy for once, I'm not going to eat crap like when I was a student, I'm going to eat healthily for once. So, you buy the vegetable in the brown paper bag, and you even jog the last 50 metres home. You get home, put the bag in the fridge, in the drawer, up the pub, 7 pints of lager, Kentucky Fried Chicken. 3 years later, you open the drawer. It's steaming. You think I'll just pick up the brown paper bag and walk across the room? Drop it in the bin. So, you pick up the brown paper bag, but only the top section comes away in your hands. The bottom is attached to the bottom of the drawer into which you must never look by a carrot swamp. So you close the drawer, close the fridge, sell the house and move. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm concentrating on the fridge so much because you must be warned. You must be warned that the fridge is a home wrecker. The fridge breaks up relationships, it breaks up lives, especially in communal houses where you have to live together. Like when people are students or when they live with their mates. And mates translates as people you live to because you can't afford the rent on your own. Everyone who shares a house is a fridge demon. They are demon fridge users. Everyone has their own particular way of being a bastard. The first and the worst fridge demon in a communal house is Mr. Hey, look, it was only a sausage. It was my sausage and you ate it! Hey, look, it was only a sausage. Mr. Hey, look. Mr. Hey, look, it's only a sausage will distort every single good liberal value because he is inevitably a 60s throwback and he will distort every hippie value to make you feel like a possessionist Nazi breadhead who supports apartheid because you bought food and he ate it. Next door to Mr. Hey, look, it was only a sausage. Lives Ms. Look, why don't we have a kitty and buy a communal sausage? Because if we did that, Mr. Hey, look, it was only a sausage would buy it and say, hey, look, it was only a sausage. The worst type of fridge user in a communal house, I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, they haunted my adolescence and my early 20s, was the house couple. The two 19-year-olds who suddenly have a relationship 3 weeks after they've left home and suddenly they're acting like an age-old married couple. 56 years old now, it's a mature relationship. And they get all snooty and they go shopping together and they buy things really cheaply and they go and compare prices up and down the high street. And they get back and I'm eating my vested chow mein and they say, Ben, that cost you £10 and we've just had a 4-course meal with lasagna for 10p each. I go, shut up! And they go into the kitchen with all their really together stuff and they start loading up their bit of the fridge and my bit of the fridge is totally empty except for a completely empty tube of prime Mueller cheese spread that every night I hit with a mallet trying to get the last bit out. But their bit of the fridge is really full and it's got loads and loads of really together things in it. Oh, really great stuff like yoghurt and milk and mince and fruit and it's surrounded by barbed wire and Doberman pinchers. And every day they make together meals. They make really proper meals. If you finish with the kitchen, Ben, we want to make a proper meal. And they make a proper meal and they make spag bol and I'm looking at it and I've had my Vesta and I'm going to go and get a Kentucky and I can't afford it and I've got, oh God, spag bol, oh God, oh please, just a bit. And they've got a bit left, just a tiny bit left and I'm thinking, please give it me just a mouthful, but no! They scrape it in a Tupperware dish and put it in their bit of the fridge behind the machine gun nests. And then they go upstairs and bonk each other. They are eating properly and they're getting laid, bastards. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I had to share that moment with you. It was important getting rid of my anxieties. We hope you had a real fine time on the first of our Friday Night Lives. It ain't over yet.